ईशानाय भालचन्द्राय श्रीगणेशाय धीमहि.
It is my absolute pleasure to be here, and I'd like to welcome each and every one of you to this spectacular evening, which has loads and loads in store for you. Please put your hands together for a man who's here to make a positive difference, Mr. Jatin Patel.
And I would like to give a warm welcome to you all at our third Light for Life charity fundraising dinner.
As they say, giving is not about making a donation, it's about making a difference. So my special thank you to everyone here.
Every morning when you wake up, you're asked a very important question about your life. What are you after? And what do most people say? Suffering. I'll get that sorted for you. So yeah, let me give you a secret. You are creating the life you are living. And if you want to ignite your vision, here's a very important quote. Talk about something, it's a dream. Envision it, it gets exciting. Plan it, it becomes possible. Schedule it, and it becomes real. I want to ignite you to create a clear vision for what your life looks like.
Now, as it's been said, I am the new CEO of the Cancer Society Auckland Northland, and I'm so proud of our team of community nurse specialists that go into homes all around the region to help patients, and our team of psychologists who help people cope with that new diagnosis, to the accommodation we provide at Domain Lodge, right opposite the Auckland Hospital for patients out of town, to our health promotion team who provide great education around the country, including our SunSmart programs through schools, right through to our Cancer Research Centre at Auckland University, trying to find that cure for cancer. It's all such important work and 100% reliant on donations.
There is a difference when somebody becomes a leader because of what they contribute. We are here today because one man decided that he was going to take on the challenge, that he wasn't going to body swerve the uncomfortable fact that people die of cancer. He wasn't going to body swerve the uncomfortable fact that it's incredibly difficult to find the support that you need in that moment.
1,224, the number of patients that we cared for in the last 12 months. 159 of those happened to identify as Indian. 4,896 family members supported through counselling, spiritual care, social work and cultural support. 11%, the year-on-year growth in our referrals.
The market is not slowing down. It's your mind. It's your mind that's slowing down. and the education that you get with it will make your decision making a lot easier. But if you simply just saw a property in the paper and saying like it's 900,000, it's 700,000, I don't want to buy it. You got to know the reason why, and this is my 30 years of experience. I will unlock your mind.
We're all enjoying ourselves here. And you know, the entertainment's been fantastic. I think the cultural experience is incredible. But Spirit of Thought right now, for 150 families that are away from their home, staying in one of our houses with their child who's critically ill in a hospital. Put yourself in those shoes. What if it was your child, your grandchild, your niece or your nephew, miles away from the home that you belong to, where they live? You're not sure whether they're going to live or die. And I know that's a sobering thought, but believe me, my wife and I have been through that many times, especially in another country, let alone another city. It's scary.
In May of 2016, on a Friday afternoon, an ultrasound and CT scan in Rotorua showed up with an unknown mass in Caleb's abdomen. On the Sunday, the same day we were moving house, we headed up to Auckland, ready for Caleb to have a biopsy on the Monday. On the Friday of that same week, Caleb was diagnosed with stage 4 neuroblastoma, a prognosis that would mean 16 months of intensive treatment, all of which would be in Auckland. On top of having to process and accept that Caleb had been diagnosed with cancer, we were extremely stressed out about how we would have to be away from home for extended periods of time. Where would we stay? How would we survive financially? It was fair to say that our family was about to find out what Ronald McDonald House was all about. From day one, we were welcomed with open arms. Ronald McDonald House was about to become our home away from home, a place in which our family can be together while Caleb is in hospital having treatment.
I currently have 8 family members who have this gene, which means it is not a question of if, but when we will develop this cancer. Shortly after I was diagnosed, I underwent a number of surgeries to remove these tumours, along with my parathyroid glands, my thymus, an obstructed kidney stone, and the majority of my pancreas. My husband and I were told that if we were planning to have a family, we should do it sooner rather than later, because there was no guarantees around my health. I decided early on I did not want other families to suffer like ours has. So in 2012, I established Unicorn Foundation New Zealand. And thanks to the collaboration of our incredible Unicorn board, who volunteer many hours and who are here tonight with you, our small organisation has made phenomenal progress in a short space of time. We provide nationwide support to all patients and families. We help to educate medical professionals about this disease. And in 2015, we fundraised to successfully establish a specialised type of scan for the first time in New Zealand. And this scan does not only help our patients, but also thousands of prostate cancer patients too.
To put the work of Unicorn Foundation into context, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my own journey with neuroendocrine cancer. I was 49 years old, a wonderful wife, 3 beautiful children, and a very full and fulfilling professional life as a cardiologist. I went to my GP with some non-specific abdominal and back pain, and I'd been feeling it for some time, and he wisely sent me for an ultrasound test. I could tell something was wrong when the sonographer kept going over my liver, and then the radiologist, who I know very well, came in shaking and told me that I had multiple liver tumours that looked like metastases. However, my prognosis at that stage was grim, and I was not expected to live more than a year. My life changed forever from that point on, and a whole new world opened up for me. I don't have time to go through my whole journey in detail, but suffice it to say I've been very fortunate to be able to access a special type of targeted treatment at the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre in Melbourne called peptide receptor radionuclide therapy, which has saved my life. I've been there now over 20 times in the last 7.5 years, and I've had 11 cycles of this treatment, amongst other things. I live with this disease every day, and I keep climbing the hills and knowing that there is incredible progress in cancer treatment. And to use a cycling analogy, I'm not getting off my bike anytime soon.
After I arrived here, I stood over there. I don't know if anybody saw me. And I was watching the faces of people who arrived here. There was a lot of beauty in those smiles. There was a lot of warmth in those hugs. We've heard from some extraordinary people this evening. The ladies and gentlemen that work in the hospice, Ronald McDonald, the Unicorn, Cancer Society. Let me be absolutely clear with you. Nobody walks into the world that these people work in without paying a very, very high private, personal price. They give of themselves on a level that most of us have never done. They're not afraid to walk into somebody's life when they are at their most vulnerable, frightened that they might die, and terrified of the effect that their illness has on the people that they love.
Opening bidding at 200, any advance on 200 anywhere? 300 I have, at 300 on my left-hand side, at 300 down, at 300, any advance on 300? 1,050, any advance on 1,050? Anywhere in the room? Don, it's yours for $1,050.
Thank you. Who wants it? Who has a child in this room that deserves that cricket bat? Put your hand up. Can you give me the reason why you deserve the bat?
Because I'm a cricket fan and I love cricket.
Well, it's yours. There you go.
Thank you.
$3,000. Sold.